Hi everyone, I hope you've been doing well. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you for coming back if you're returning. My name is Rachel. Today is Saturday, June 8th. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I've got one cat nearby, so we'll see what happens with that. This is Flosstube, I believe 10. Yeah, 10. So I have my Doctor Strange mug today, my second favorite superhero. And I am about a week late from when I wanted to post a video, but things were really busy last weekend and I didn't get a chance. And then I tried to record one day this past week and it just didn't happen. So here we are, a week late, but that's okay because I have a bit more stuff to show, so that's always good, right? So 3 weeks ago I posted my last video, and I was about to go on vacation, and I did. I went to Europe for 10 days, and it was amazing. I loved it. I had such a good time. It was a tour group, so they took care of arranging everything, hotels, transportation, even booked my flights. So we went to the Netherlands, Belgium, France, and the UK. And I had a great time. Great time. So I got back about a week and a half ago. I got back Tuesday the 27th of May. Oh, it's June now. That means Mania's over. Hope everyone had a good Mania. I got back on the 27th and pretty much slept. I got home about 6:30. Yeah, probably about 6:30 in the evening, and I was asleep by like 7. And I slept until like 7 the next morning. So, and then I was really tired Wednesday, still pretty tired on Thursday, but I did get some stitching done. I didn't go back to work till this past Monday, so that was really nice, having a couple extra days off. So this week was really long because it was my first week back in 2 weeks. But hey, it was it wasn't too like bad work-wise. It just was long, you know. So, so I think that's pretty much it. Update life-wise. We are in not quite the middle. We're what? 12, about 16 hours or so into 24 hours of cross stitch take 3, which is running from 4 p.m. Eastern time yesterday, Friday, to 4 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. I am participating, so hopefully. I stitched about 3 or 4 hours last night, and then I ended up going to bed. I was team sleep because here in about an hour, my nephew who's 5, or will be 5 next month, is getting dropped off. And I'm gonna watch him today while his parents are at work. I also had him last Saturday. Yeah. And then we all went to one of my niece's birthday. She turned 3 last Saturday. And they had a birthday party for her, so we went down to Cincinnati. I forget what I was saying. Oh, right, my nephew. So, I knew that trying to stay up all night and then trying to keep up with a 5-year-old wasn't going to happen. So I went to bed about 11, pretty early, honestly. But that's okay. So, but once he leaves this afternoon, I should be able to get some more stitching in. And I should be able to stitch for a while tomorrow. Because I think I had plans tomorrow. And they got canceled. Well, not canceled, postponed. And so now my only plans for tomorrow, other than stitching, there's Isis. Isis is tomorrow. What was I? Oh, laundry. So, all right. I think that's everything for real this time. We're what? Almost 7 minutes in, and we haven't gotten to the stitching. So let's get to the stitching. So I do have I have a couple whips that I've worked on, and I have a new start. And then I have some planning stuff for this month to talk about. So the first thing I worked on it before I left on my trip. After I posted my last video and before I left on my trip. And then I worked on it 2 days after I got back from my trip. So I've actually made, I think, quite a bit of progress on. Or at least it felt like a lot. So is Remembrance by Joan Elliott. And this is where mine is right now. Ugh. I can't see, so there we go. So I had to, last time I showed it, I had done a little bit here and most of the dove, I think. Yeah. And I had to frog it because I had missed, it was the only stitch I had done in that row yet, and it was a quarter stitch. And I had missed it. The next row down has a quarter stitch and a full cross. And when I was looking at my chart for the next stitches, I must have thought it was that one. And so I skipped a whole row, so I was gonna have a hard time meeting it up with the rest of the dress, or I don't know if that's part of her dress or not. I can't tell. But anyway, so I had to frog all of that I had done, which actually didn't end up being too bad. And then I went ahead and I put it all back in. So I think when I left, I had this little bit of blue here and I think the whole dove done. And it's hard to see on here, but the dove is holding in its mouth something green. I don't know if it's like leaves or what. It's hard to tell on here, but I had that, I think I had the green in too. And then when I got back, I spent 2 days putting in the rest of this part, and the blue Krynic There's a couple stitches of blue Kreinik. Oh, I am stitching this. I'm trying to get better about remembering to say what I'm stitching stuff on. Stitching this on 28 count opalescent Lugana from Zweigart. So, if you look here, I just have this part left. So, it's almost done, that little part. This is the end of the first half of the page, the chart. So, I love this piece. I really like working on it. That's that. And then the next thing I worked on is Haid Mini Ex Machina, the artist by Chris Ortega. I actually I bought the art book that this is in. I did. So I've put so I think when I came back, yeah, when I got back from my trip, so still in May, I did another 100 stitches. And then once June started, I use this for my 1200 stitches. I never remember exactly what it's called. The By the Numbers Challenge, 1200 stitches in the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group. Monthly challenge. So I have 300 of my 1200 needed stitches right now. And then, so here's where she is right now. This is probably my favorite whip. I know I've said that multiple times, but it's true. I absolutely love working on this. So it's hard to see. My lighting's not great today. You can kind of see. Or now you can kind of see. Her shirt sleeve is starting to come in, and the machinery stuff that's in the background. So, and you really can't tell. Yeah, it's really hard to see on the screen, but this black right here is actually part of her. It's like a lacy part of her sleeve. And in person, it actually looks pretty cool because you can see the machinery kind of through it a little bit in places. But I don't think you really get that on camera, so. But I love this. So I still have another 900 stitches for my 1200 Full Coverage Fanatics Challenge to put into this month. Which hopefully I will actually will get done, because this month is already like super busy. So alright, the last thing that I worked on, well, yeah, the last thing I worked on is a new start. This is what I'm hoping will be my small for StitchCon at the end of the month, but we'll see if I can get enough of it done that I'm satisfied and don't feel like I'm that it's not truly like that it's not too small or anything. So it is You Are My Sunshine by Linda Gillum. So I started this, when did I start it? Last Sunday, almost a week ago. And then I really didn't stitch at all last week. I just had, you know. But I worked on it last night for the first part of the 24 hours of cross stitch take 3. So this is where mine is right now. I think it's cute. So the yellow part of the sun is completely done. I'm putting in his little rosy cheeks. I'd really like to at least get this, if I can get the sun done, I think, I don't know. I'm afraid just doing the sun would be a little too small, but we'll see. So this is on a, oh, I'm already forgetting to tell fabrics. Mini Ex Machina is on 25 count white Lugana from Zygarde. I'm doing it 1/1, full cross. This is a 28 count light blue even weave that I just picked up at Hobby Lobby a while ago. So I really like it so far. And it's not been, I've put about 7 hours of stitching time into this. So I think it's coming along fairly quickly. I think I'm a pretty slow stitcher. So, I think it's coming along pretty well. Okay. So that's all the stuff I've worked on in the last 3 weeks. Yeah. I took one project with me to Europe, but I only put like maybe 40 or 50 stitches of 310 in it. I'll show it to you here in a minute, but I actually mostly when we were traveling read, and on the plane read. I was rereading Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. I'm sure that I pronounced every bit of that wrong. It's really good book. It's one of my favorites. I read it when I was in high school. My best friend and I both read it. And then they just, on May 31st, released a Amazon Prime miniseries that is the story of Good Omens. It's 6 episodes. I think they're all about an hour long. I've watched the first 2. I haven't had a chance to finish, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I'm hoping to finish at least 1 or 2 more this weekend while stitching. Neil Gaiman was one of the, I think he wrote the screenplay and was one of the producers, so that's always good when they have the author, well, usually good when they have the author involved, right? I guess that depends. But yeah, so I have about 100 pages left of the book to finish rereading. So I really enjoy it though. So yeah. Plans for this month. I am going to StitchCon at the end of the month. Yay! Super exciting. I'll be going down Thursday after work, driving down, because I only live about an hour and a half from Sharonville. And I also, like 3 days before that, no, the day before that, on the 26th, my next class starts for my master's program. I'm only taking one over the summer. So, and with it being the first week, hopefully it won't be, I won't have too much work to do. I'm going to have to take my laptop with me though, so that I can do any schoolwork that I need to do. And also because I took Friday off work, but my boss is also off that day. And so I'm going to need to take my laptop just in case there's an issue at work. So, but I'm not anticipating anything, so, but we'll see. So, however, for the rest of the month, for June, in addition to the 24 hours of cross stitch take 3, Jen, her and her mom run the 24 hours of cross stitch Facebook group, and she's Quirks and Stitches on Instagram, and she is a Flosstube. I'm pretty sure her channel is just called Jen Lee. She also posted a challenge for June, the 24 hours of cross stitch monthly challenge for June, which is for each letter that spells out 24, you pick a project to work on that's in some way. So for like T, then you need either, make a connection to T for that project, and then there were 6 choices of things that you could do. 3 of them were your numbers of stitches, and 3 of them were times, how long to stitch. I don't remember all of them, all the choices, but I am gonna attempt to participate. It took me a while to figure out all my projects, especially hard was W and O. But I did find stuff, and I will end up having 3 new starts this month, which You Are My Sunshine is one of the ones I chose to work on, and was one of the 3 new starts. So I have 2 more new starts planned for this month, which for me is a lot and kind of scary. So right now, I haven't posted in the Facebook group my project stuff yet. I might do that